Why don't more people prospect on a consistent basis? Some say it's hard. I mean, they say it with the pain in their voice. Others say, just didn't get around to it. I think it's a little more than that. Let's talk about that right here, right now on The System University. You see, when you come to really understand that your greatest opportunities for success in this business all start with your ability to professionally, ethically, caringly, consistently, and competently prospect, it's the beginning of everything. We talk a lot about prospecting here on The System. You know why? Because if you aren't willing to prospect and you don't get good at it and you don't learn how to manage the rejection or the objections that you'll get to setting an appointment, if you don't know how to develop leads into prospects, then you're not going to be successful at this business. It's just that simple. So here's a question for you. Why do you think, if you're one of those folks that don't do it on a regular basis, why you don't do it? If you're one of those folks that would rather do anything, hey, maybe I want to sweep the floor today because if I don't, I got a prospect. If you're one of those folks, let's talk about why that could be. I think, based on my experience, not only my experience in working with hundreds and literally thousands of salespeople through the years in this business, but also my own personal selling experience. Because once I realized this, it made all the difference in the world for me. And I hope it'll make a positive difference for you. And here's what it is. People aren't willing to prospect on a consistent basis because they don't like dealing with rejection. Now, here's a little test for you. Sometimes I do this in my seminars. I'll say, let me ask you a question. If I had the power, just for one day, to say that everybody that you would contact and attempt to set an appointment with that was a prospect would make an appointment with you. Now, I don't have enough power to make them buy from you. I just have enough power to get them to set an appointment with you. And that power only lasts for 8 hours. It's going to last, that's it, just 8 hours. Now, if I could do that in your city, if I could do that with all the names and people that you have in your database or CRM, or some of you still got those 3x5 index cards, I get that, or in your notebook, or wherever they are, what would you do? You would prospect all day long. Why? Because you know everybody you call is going to set an appointment with you. Now, if that's true, why don't people prospect? Because they know they're going to face rejection and they simply don't like it. Well, here's what I said to myself. I don't have to like it. It's not required. It's only required that I prospect. So when I realized that I didn't have to like rejection, I just had to get past it. It helped me prospect more consistently. And I hope it'll do the same thing for you. So remember, it's just the rejection that's keeping you from prospecting on a consistent basis. The better you know how to respond to the objections that you know you're going to get, because they're all pretty much the same, and we have responses right here in the system to all of them, then you'll feel more comfortable about prospecting. And the more you prospect, the more you'll present. And the more you'll present, the more you'll be able to help families secure protection and peace of mind and security. And the more times you do that, the more sales you'll make. And the more sales you make, what does that mean? It means the more you will earn. Because we believe the more you serve, the more you sell. But you can't serve if you don't have people to see. Let me encourage you to reframe how you think about rejection and prospecting. And oh yeah, let me encourage you to follow the system. Because if you'll follow the system will lead you to success.